Well, here we are, the granddaddy of them all. I can't do this seriously. It's Chimay Grand Reserve. Chimay Grand Reserve 2019. This is encased in French and American oak barrels. I don't know if they're whiskey or sherry or bourbon or what, but it's encased in French and American barrels. 10.5% and was bottled on February 2019. And bearing in mind we're already in November 2019, so this has had some aging. Okay, 10.5, and this is a 750ml. I'm just going to show you the back there. You can just see there 10.5. There's a 750. It is corked for our pleasure, as you can see there, and I'm going to unpop it right now. 10 quid says that this is going to be loud. I'll give you £1,000,000 if when I pop this lands on my head. There you go. Chimay logo, Chimay blue logo with the thing there. Corked. Do I just bang, or do I do it gently? Fuck it, we're going to go hardcore. Trying to get my foot going. Can you see that? Ready to go. Fuck me. Smoking. See the smoke just coming off there? We're foaming. We're foaming. Let that settle for a second. There's the nicely presented Chimay cork. This is like a rarity nowadays. Most beers do not come corked anymore because they're, you know, dangerous. Or if you're in England, it's just welcome to nanny state culture. Yeah, everything's been sapped out of England now. You can't have high strength alcohol, you can't fucking play football anymore, or soccer if you're American. Can't have sweets or candy because it's bad for your teeth. Well, I'm gonna get some fucking beer out of this. 2019, so what have we learnt from the 2018 edition? 2018 was great. Hopefully this year's going to be better. I think last year was whiskey or bourbon barrel, one of the two, I can never remember. This is like my 4th Chimay Grand Reserve, although I've only recorded 2. I mean, I was going back when they first done this. That's how long ago it was. About 2010, I think was the first time I tried Chimay Grand Reserve. Special, that is. Not Chimay Grand Reserve. Don't confuse the Chimay Grand Reserve with the blue Chimay, because they call Chimay Blue Grand Reserve as well. It's not that. Look for the design. That's the dead giveaway. This is the real stuff in a black bottle with some fancy artwork with a shield. Chimay Blue is pretty much the Chimay Blue bottle, but just in a 750ml. Don't get confused. Right, I'm just going to crack on because that's a dark looking colour, hints of red, thick, frothy, foamy white head. Let's crack on. It smells very, very tame. There's not much aroma coming in. The aroma is almost a letdown. It's very like weak and disappointing. But it's a little bit fresh. Hopefully the taste won't let down. So, cheers. That's different to the other Chimays I've had. It's light. In the flavour department it's light. It's got a subtle creaminess to it. Almost like a watery blandness as well. And then it starts to pick up. And then it starts to... It's always disappointing. It sounds really bad, but it sounds... Yeah. It tastes disappointing at the start. It's almost like No flavour, watery, bland, boring. All of a sudden it creeps up. And when it creeps up, what you get is like a whiskey taste / bourbon. There's a subtle creaminess. And a very sort of mild to strong alcohol hit. I'm not sure what barrels these have been in casings. I've not actually researched this because 95% of these videos that I produce for you, I don't do any research at all. This is blind taste testing. There's only a few that I'll go out my way to research because I know that they are decent beers. And this, in all right, should have been one of them. But I didn't have time. Essence of a really cheap, shitty Coca-Cola taste, blended with like a woodiness. I'll tell you what, this year's one is very, very light compared to last year's one. Last year's Chimay Grand Reserve 2018 was really hard hitting. This has now gone the opposite. This is almost like toning it down. I mean, 10.5%, fuck me, this is, you would not think it. It's like a Pilsner. That's how light it is. It's like Pilsner light. Head is frothy, but unless you swish it, you can't taste it. I'll tell you what it's like. It's almost like a, to me, it's almost like a JD single barrel aftertaste. Not as strong as that, but a very, very weak version. If you ever mix that with water, then you drink a shot of that with water, that's kind of what it tastes like. I'm a little bit disappointed, I'll be honest. I love my Chimay products, and I love Chimay in general. But this is a little bit disappointing. Compared to last year, they was all out, guns blazing. This year, they've kind of taken a back seat. Very mild. Drinkable, yes. First quenching, no. Flavour, yeah, it's kind of hit and miss. You know, you do get a bit of flavour there, but I wouldn't say it's outstanding. I wouldn't say, oh, fuck me, I've got to get some more of that. Yeah. It really, I'm not sure. I mean, this is insanely light. It really is. I mean, the head's the best bit about it, and also it's got a dent in the bottle where you can physically get your finger in. That's how you're meant to pour it, like a wine snob. I'm not too sure about this. It's just a little bit. I mean, there's some woodiness there from the character from the French and oak, but I don't know what they've been encased in. American's probably whiskey or bourbon because, let's be honest, that's what America's pretty much good for. You know, #1 selling whiskey is Jack Daniels. The French, I have no idea, probably like a sherry or a Sauvignon. To me, it's like a white wine, I think. I'm sort of almost getting that white grape taste now that I'm having time to let it settle. It's almost like that white grape taste. So my guess is 2 barrels would be a whiskey and a Sauvignon, so like a white wine type thing. Strange combination. Excuse me, I'm just burping now for fun. I'm not sure about this. I've got my eye on some previous years of this, and I've also got the Duvel barrel aged batch number 4. I've got my eye on as well, so I may be looking at that again. But comparing this to last year's, I think last year's one was a hell of a lot better. You know, if you like your flavour, you like your strength last year, definitely. If you want a bit more of a laid back approach, this year's one, most certainly. You know, it's still got all the characteristics of a good Chimay, the head, the colour. And unfortunately, this one just lacks a little bit of taste. I'm a little bit disappointed about that. I mean, it's been matured for some time, but it's not enough. Still, an arguably good beer. So for that reason, I'm going to score this about a 6 out of 10. I got this relatively cheap as well, depending on what you define as cheap, but I actually got this for £21 for a bottle. Yeah, most people will be like, fucking 21 quid, what, are you mad? But no, it's relatively cheap. Was it worth the money? To be honest with you, I don't think it was. I will put my hands up to that. I think this could have done better. I had high hopes for this. But there you go, fans. You know, you can't win them all, and that's why I do these beer reviews, because, you know, not every beer is fantastic and holy and wonderful. So, there you go. Join me next time, fans, when I'm going to do some more beer reviews. Maybe later on in the year, who knows. May even do a Christmas special, so who knows. Depending on what mood I'm in, I may do a Christmas Day special. So, if you'd like to see a Christmas Day special, comment now, because I will do a Christmas Day special for you fans on the day. It won't be live because I can't do live videos anymore, but it will be live, not live, but I'll pre-record it and upload it as of on the day. So if you want to see a Christmas Day special, come in now and comment, and yeah, we'll be drinking some Delirium Noel. Well, I will. Don't know about you guys.